Good morning, everyone. How is everyone doing? It literally feels like 1,000 years since I filmed. Like literally 1,000 years. I've been out of state. I had a family issue, and now I'm back and I'm so ready to film. And what better way to kick off the return of me than to talk about like products that I am seriously loving. So this is definitely going to be like my Throwback Thursday video. I'm not sure if I'm going to have anything up on Wednesday or not, if it'll just start off with Throwback Thursday. So we'll see. We'll see how things go. But I literally took some of these products with me. I have like, a project pan bag. I did take some of those things as well. But these are things that I genuinely love using that I can't get enough of. Like, even though I have a project pan bag, these are things that I'm just like head over heels in love with. Like, it's incredible. So if you guys are excited to see what products I picked, then you're definitely going to want to keep on watching. Also, I forgot my whole entire intro. We like went off on a chain. Like, see, this is how long it's been since I filmed. Hi, my name is Carrington. This is your first time here. If it's not, welcome back. If you enjoy all things makeup, talking about older makeup, new makeup, project pans, shop my stashes, palette rankings, anything and all things makeup related, as well if you enjoy when I sprinkle in some true crime here and there, try to do that monthly, as well as we do some book reviews and we do some Loungefly and Tumblr hauls, then you're definitely going to want to hit that subscribe button. If this is a video that you enjoy, if you've watched part of the way through, you agree with some of these products being your favorite, anything like that, then you're definitely going to want to hit that like button. But let's go ahead and let's dive on into the video. So first off, I always like to start with my eyes. That's just something that I personally enjoy the most. And lately I have been using this Give Me Glow eyeshadow primer. This is in the shade Parchment. They have a ton of eyeshadow primer colors. They have like a plain white all the way up to like a black shade, like if you're ever trying to do like a smoky eye or something. So they have that. I will say that I really do like the Ulta Beauty Matte Eye Primer. That is like my all-time favorite eye primer. It's like my holy grail ride or die. Where's my sponge? There it is. That right there is like honestly like my holy grail like ride or die. But I will say with the Ulta Matte Eye Primer, it doesn't really cover up as much of the discoloration as this does. This doesn't keep my eyeshadow on for like as long. So if I'm needing something to like hold this on for a good amount of time, this probably is not going to do that. But I do like to use this, and then I'll set it with a powder. Like, I'll just use this Say powder because it's like literally right here. The Say powder isn't necessary. It's not my favorite powder, truthfully. But I do like it to just set my eyes. And then I just lightly just like tap over everything, including this outer portion. In terms of eyeshadow palettes, I have literally used two. I've used my Gimme Glow singles. I made some like little curated palettes to take with me, and the Blend Bunny Surge. I think I've raved about the My Gimme Glow singles for years now. And so let's just like go ahead and let's just like talk about how incredible this palette right here is. It is so good. It's so beautiful. Like chef's kiss. It's so good. So what do I want to do? That's the question. Do I want to go green? Do I want to go like this bluish? Let's go ahead. Let's start out with like the green. So we're going to start with this shade right here called Hint and Transition Area. This palette is seriously just, it's so beautifully pigmented, blends beautifully. The quality is just really, really good. So this is a great palette. This is a fantastic palette. So the next shade I'm going to go into is going to be this one right here called Alive. And we'll focus that just slightly a little bit lower than where I put the first shade. It's going to cover up most of it though, but we'll just... Next shade I'm going to go into is going to be this one right here called Locked. And we're just going to focus that much lower than the other shade as well. Just kind of like right in this area, slightly above. It's kind of going more of like an army green type of look, but I'm here for it. The last shade I'm going to go into, which is going to be on the outer corner, is going to be this shade right here called Lush. And that's just going to be focused just right on out here in the outer corner. So I need to glitter prime my eyelids. Literally, my NYX, the glitter primer, is my all-time favorite holy grail. Can't get enough of to glitter prime my eyelids before I go in with metallics, glitters, shimmers, literally anything on the lid that's not a matte. For the shimmer, I want to go into this one right here. This is called Flash. It's like a nice, like, light champagne. And here we are. There it is. Oh, man. That is beautiful. Wow. Stunning. Now that I'm done with my eyes, I'm going to move into prepping and priming the lips. I love these Too Faced Hangover RX Pillow Bombs. Seriously, the best. Now, we're going to move on to the priming of the skin. I have been in love with these Wet n Wild primers. So the first one is this primer serum from Wet n Wild. It's the Brighten one. It's so good. I just put a little bit onto my hands and just start working it into like the outer part of my face. Then I'm going to move into, this one is the Refines Pores serum, and I'm going to focus that into just like the center kind of portion of my face. Next is going to be foundation. And this kind of shocked me for this combo that I love so much. Like half of it shocked me. So first up, I really do love this foundation. Seriously, so good. So I put about like 2 pumps because it is pretty light coverage. But then the part that like shocked me the most is I added a pump of this. So I didn't really care for this because it was just like a little bit too drying on my, you know, very dry skin. But I have found that like combining those two still gives me like the illumination that I want, as well as also gives me a little bit more wear time. So it's not like it's too heavy. I feel like it's perfect. So now let's dive on into like what I love for my under eyes. So I love this Boing Bright On Concealer. This is in the shade Lychee. And literally I just focus this right up underneath my eyes because I do have some dark circles and some bags underneath to my skin. And it just really helps just like get rid of those dark circles because it has like that pink and orangeness to it. So good. For my actual concealer, I love to go in with this LYS Triple Fix Full Coverage Brightening Concealer. It's seriously like so stinking beautiful. Like, oh, okay. Like you do need a little bit of this because it is just like so thin. So I do like to make sure I go in with a good amount of it. This definitely isn't like a full coverage concealer, but I find I don't really need a full coverage concealer when I have that Bright On, Boing Bright On concealer underneath. I'm just going to take my sponge and just lightly start just like pressing that out. I mean, seriously, it's so good. This is like the perfect eye combo for me. Like, look at that. So good, so good. Okay, so then I do, like, sometimes I like to wear just cream products, sometimes just powder, sometimes I like to mix and match. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about some of the creams. So this Makeup by Mario contour stick, mine is in the shade Light. This is so good. And then I just kind of take it on a brush. I've got my, and then just start to kind of stipple this in. After I've kind of like put that on with the brush, I just kind of stipple everything out, really push it into the skin with my sponge. Which, by the way, this is also one of my favorite sponges. This is from e.l.f. It came with their like holiday collection. It's called like the Snow Sponge. I don't know if it's still available. It came in like a little kit, but I love it. For underneath the eyes, I kind of like with these products that I have, if I don't want something super brightening, I will go in with my Charlotte Tilbury. Obviously, I love that. It's in my project pan as well. But on the days that I do want a little bit more brightening, I really do like this Jaclyn Cosmetics one. And I do want to add just like a little bit of brightening to my eyes today. And I love to just like take it on a sponge and just like start pressing it into the eyes, under eyes, not into my actual eye. Just like that. It's so beautiful. It actually brightens, especially for as fair as my skin is. Not a lot of powders do that, but this one absolutely does. Kills it. So then for the rest of my face, I just take my Maybelline Fit Me powder and just take some, really like dust out that brush. I kind of stamp out a little bit on the back of my hand and then just go over the parts that I'm going to put some powder products. So let's go ahead, let's finish up the lower lash line. I'm just going to start with that Alive shade, which was like a little bit darker than the first one, but I feel like probably won't show up a whole lot underneath the eyes. I'm just going to, then we'll go into Locked and just make that a little bit closer. And then very last on the outer corner, we're going to go into that Lush shade, which is the darkest. Alright, so that's it for the palette. So then for mascara, this combo is like seriously my all-time favorite. So I like to really coat up my lashes. I start with one side and I just coat up my lashes with the Maybelline Sky High. I just focus on this. Here, this eye already has like length. I feel like it gives, the Sky High gives like length and curve and like a little bit of a curl, but I don't feel like it adds a lot of volume. So I love the Maybelline, the Falsies, and literally just coat my lashes with it just like I did with the Sky High, just like literally coating all the lashes. Alright, so here is the eyes on this side, completely done, the mascara, and then here's this side. I love this combo. One gives such length and curl, and one gives such volume, and they keep the lashes, both of them keep the lashes really nice and separated. They don't get clumpy. It's seriously like the best eye combo out there. Just try it and let me know what you guys think. I just feel like with this lash combo, like I don't even need falsies. Like these, it's beautiful. Like this is all that I need. This is all that I need. For bronzer, I am loving the one that's in this ColourPop quad. Literally it's in my Project Pan, but it's so good. And here's the thing, I have used this and abused this, and I still have not hit pan. And I feel like it's the perfect like intensity and color for as fair as my skin is. Really just nicely just like bronzes it up. Like it's so good, but I'm still shocked that I have not hit pan in this bronzer with as heavy as I go in this and as often. Hit pan in the highlighter. I don't even use as much of the highlighter as I do the bronzer, but whatever. So for blushes, I am in love with these Patrick Ta blushes. He just came out with 4 new shades, but I have used his previous shades before. I own all 4 of those, so I own all 8 of them. I love just like taking like just a little bit and just seriously, it's so beautiful. And the shade that I'm using right now is called She's Blushing. This is one of his newer ones, but seriously, I love how beautiful his blushes are. They're so beautiful. And then I'm going to take my sponge. I'm going to take the back of my sponge. I'm going to go into the cream, take just like a little bit onto the back of my sponge. Just like, do you see how much that like amps it up? Seriously, it's so good. Like, how beautiful is that? It's so good. These little blush duos, seriously, even if you never buy anything else from Patrick Ta, just hear me out. Those blush duos, worth every last penny. So I do need to go in with highlighter, but I'm going to go ahead and start my like brow combination. So first things I love to take is this Makeup by Mario brow gel. Seriously, this gives such hold to the brows. So I take like the fluffy side, and then I'll take the more fine side and start to shape my brows how I want them, because this is seriously, it's going to hold your brows all day. I will say, like, when I first tried this, I didn't think it was like made my brows like super crunchy. I will say they definitely do, and it does take a little bit for me to take it off at night. But like seriously, if I need something where I'm gonna be gone a good portion of the day and I need my brows to look good and stay in place, this brow gel is there for it. And I love how nice and feathery it makes my brows. Then I'm going to go into the Ulta Beauty brow tint. You can really go in with any brow tint, truthfully, for this. It doesn't have to be this one. It can be whatever your favorite one is, but I've just been using this. And then I'll just kind of start to just kind of comb through the brows to kind of fill in the brows where I need to. Like, do you see the difference? I'm gonna leave that for right now. Let them take a minute to dry, but that automatically right there, like if you're in a hurry, you could seriously just do that and be done. Just have some really nice light feathery brows. I do have another step, but again, you could just leave that. So for highlighters, so I had bought this Give Me Glow highlighting palette, which is like bigger than my head, but I love like all of like the choices that you get in here. I also really love like the variety, and I love like how it makes my skin glow. Like this will give you a glow, like be prepared. Like, do you see that? The glow is real. then I'm going to go into the shade, let's do Sepia Flower, and I'm going to focus that on the inner corner to highlight that. So now I am 100% going to take this Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless. Wow, I could not get that out of my mouth. And I'm just going to start spraying this. It does have a scent to it. It's not overbearing or anything. I love the way this mist feels, obviously. I'm going to take my brow pencil. You can literally use any brow pencil. I really liked the Huda one. Even though I said I didn't at first, I actually really did. And I'm just going to start with like making like little hairbrush strokes here in the front of my brow. And fill in the really sparse areas, which is generally more towards like my tail and middle of my brow. So here are the brows completed. It's super quick, super easy to do. I don't find that I'm spending a lot of time using a pencil trying to create all those hair-like strokes. I am towards the front, but like for the rest of it, the brow gel did it all for me. Like that's all that I needed to do. So the last category, the last thing is lips. And honestly, I cannot stop using, let me get some of them. These aren't even all of the ones that I own, but like my Give Me Glow liquid lips. So like that one. I like that one. No. 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 Maybe. No. Christmas. Mother Christmas, is that you? Maybe. No. Okay. So now I've got these. I really feel like I'm drawn to these two the most. So we've got That's So 90s and She Wolf. Let's go with She Wolf. Alright, so here is the completed and final look using all products that literally I am obsessed with right now. I don't think you guys understand. I'm obsessed. I can't stop using these products. They're so good. And I know that's like crazy because I have so many other products in my collection that I could be using, but these are seriously the products I keep running back to. I feel like my makeup looks so beautiful. It looks so healthy, so glowy. I feel like all of my makeup sinks in. I love how just like quick and easy my brow routine now is. I love that like with my lashes, I feel like I don't have to wear falsies at all. I feel like I get that really nice lengthened, volumized. I don't feel like, you know, I'm sure like a falsie might add more to it, but I feel like I just like it the way that it is. These liquid lipsticks are seriously so comfortable. That palette and my Give Me Glow single, Give Me Glow singles, I cannot stop using. They are so good, you guys. Like this stuff is so good. Go and like check some of this out. Like, I mean, just like look how, I can't stop looking at myself. Like it just looks so beautiful. My skin doesn't look overly heavy or cakey. It does look textured. I have texture. You have texture. Everybody has texture. I don't use filters. I don't feel like that's helpful because then I feel like people see people on YouTube or social media with like those filters and their skin is so beautiful and flawless when in real life they have texture. And so I don't want to make anybody self-conscious on my channel. Everybody has texture. You guys are all beautiful. Everyone is beautiful in their own way. texture and all. So let me know what you guys think of this look down below. What are some things that you are seriously obsessed with right now? What are some makeup products that you cannot get enough of? Let me know all of that down below. Let me know if you like this look. If you don't, definitely want to hear all of that. That is it for today's video. Make sure you guys have hit that subscribe button, click the little bell. If you enjoyed this, definitely give it a thumbs up, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye.